Come on.
The one that really sends me, the worst take on this is the reason he was taken down is because he's an iconoclast standing up against the establishment, and he's on foreign policy, he's anti-war. This is the guy who had on some, former military guy, intelligence agency guy. Dude came on and said, we should be sitting on a throne of Chinese skulls, and Tucker was nodding along in agreement.
Right.
So don't tell me he's some sort of anti-war hero. Also, by the way, throughout Fox News, a number of different people have been going around saying we should do a literal war with Mexico, start bombing the cartels. Don't tell me he's anti-war. You could say certain wars he's a little more skeptical of, but he just wants to redirect it into other wars. And by the way, when you're a supporter more generally of the Republican Party, which he is, then by no stretch of the imagination can you say that this guy's anti-war. He takes populist energy and redirects it to the standard neoconservative, corrupt Republican politicians. So in no way, shape, or form do I think he's anti-establishment. If anything, it's more pernicious than that because he hijacks anti-establishment energy and redirects it into supporting the establishment. At least with other people, with Hannity, he comes as advertised. He never pretended to be a populist.
Right.
He never pretended like he was an outsider and he was taking on powerful interests. So the issues that he went through there, and I'll end on this point, but I think this is the most important point. He lists off a bunch of things like, the media doesn't talk about these things, but they should, and we do, and we'll continue to do it. And the list is war, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, and natural resources. Let's go one by one. War. Again, you had the dude on saying we should sit on a throne of Chinese skulls. Yeah, you're covering war. You're covering it from the wrong perspective. Civil liberties. He's still pro the drug war. You want to talk about civil liberties and you're still anti-weed in 2023? Who are you kidding? You're not some sort of hero. Not even close. Emerging science. You mean like tanning your butthole? Tanning your taint?
That is what he's referring to there. Huh?
I don't know if he's referring to technology,
my mind went
AI
to some
stuff.
kind of like a COVID thing.
I don't know what he's referring to, but the fact he brings up science when he was just advocating spreading your asshole to the sun to cure all your ailments, like, fuck off, dude. You're a joke. Then we get demographic. Yeah. Real serious demographic change. My neighbor is brown. Oh, what's happened to the country? Oh,
demographic change.
Get over yourself.
Is such a red flag.
Of course,
that
and he had a white nationalist as a top producer, and that was outed, and he was fired. Now nobody talks about it, but I think that's kind of a big deal. For how many years was a avowed white nationalist posting on Nazi forums? The guy who was writing your goddamn scripts. Who are we kidding here? Then you got corporate power. You support Trump and Republican politicians. You actively cuck yourself to corporate power, and then you have natural resources. He brings that up like that's an important issue. It is an important issue, but he's a climate science denier. There's going to be wars over water. We're already seeing the evidence of it right now. The Colorado River is drying up, and you act like you're some sort of truth teller when it comes to natural resources. What a joke. He's a joke, this guy. He deserves to be. He should have been off the air a long, long time ago. Not because I'm canceling him or I'm anti-free speech, because he's bad at his job. He's not a journalist. He's not a reporter. He doesn't even have good, just like analytical takes from a policy perspective. He's a liar. We know he's a liar. It was proven in those leaked, emails and text messages.
Yes.
So what a clown.
I disagree that he is bad at his job, because his job was to be a propagandist for the Republican Party. And
yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
he was very effective at that. I think he's more effective at that than almost anybody else at Fox News. But, it was starting to come with a business cost, and there was an ideological split between the direction he wants the Republican Party and the direction Rupert Murdoch and co. want the Republican Party in, and on top of it all, he called his boss a cunt. So.